Thanks, Chandler. Well, hazardous road conditions are definitely a major concern for drivers. Now taking you to Bamberg, where we'll find our Derek Rush, who spoke to the South Carolina Highway Patrol this afternoon. Derek, what's their message to residents?
Well, the constant message right now, Intisar, is turn around, don't drown, but we'll get to that in a second. We got a lot to talk about right now. This is Woodlawn Terrace and Cannon Street in Bamberg, just behind BE High School. This yard that you're looking at right now belongs to Lewis Gilbert. We'll get to more information about that in just a minute. But as you can see, there is water clear across this road. And as we kind of take a step back and walk towards the back side of Cannon Street, you'll see that this water is ponding in yards over here. Even though these homes are lifted a bit, you're still looking at a good bit of water. And the reason because of that can possibly be because of the drains along this roadway. We're going to walk down here just a little bit to give you an example of just how much water is going to impact this area if Debbie dumps again on the area like it did last night. Residents told me about 2 hours is all it took for all of this water that you see to take up space like this. And we talked about the drainage being the issue. If you come right here, we're going to bring the camera just over to one of the drains at the corner of Woodlawn Terrace and Cannon Street, completely clogged, and there's still water puddling around that drain. We're going to give you a context of just how much water is coming in here. We're walking over to the other side of the street where this home is. That's on the lift. Thankfully it is. Water's not getting into that home. But if you look at just how much water's coming in here, got a tape measure, easily getting 1 foot there. And if you take a step further, just a piece, you're getting almost 2 feet of water. That's how much water is in each person's yard. Speaking on Lewis Gilbert that we spoke about earlier, he told me he had sandbags at his front door, just enough to keep the water from coming into the home, but still says he's going to be faced with a pretty heavy decision on whether they're going to shelter in place or get out of that home. Take a listen.
We've had this and we've had that back there like that, but it have never been this intense. It have never been this bad. Yeah, I got some stuff back there in my shed, my golf cart and all back there in that shed. And I don't know how high the water is, but I know we can't even get back there to it. Well, from what they're saying now with the percentage of rain we're supposed to get, they're calling for today, it could very well get a lot worse. But if so, we just have to do something different, leave and go to a motel somewhere.
Well, you can hear and see that the wind, and we got a little bit of mist starting to pick back up. We got some sideways rain coming in, actually. The Highway Patrol is telling everybody, again, turn around, don't drown in scenarios like these. More importantly, if you are considering sheltering in place, you need to make that decision before the winds and the rain begin to persist heavily again in your area. Obviously, Lewis Gilbert attributes a lot of this to the sandbags on his front door, keeping them safe in home. But he obviously says, there's going to be a decision to make once again towards the end of the day. We're going to keep surveying the area to see what else we can see as far as ponding. Spring Branch Road and several other roads here in Bamberg have been impacted. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.